Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is, of course, the Battle Room. And today we're going to take a look at some of the results from a very recent online tournament. So, I don't really know what this tournament was or how it happened, but it was like an online tournament in Japan. From my knowledge, it had some of the best players in Japan playing in it. I think you could also win a title if you did really, really well in the tournament. So, yeah, it was just best of one, closed team sheet, just like a ladder tournament in game. So it was very interesting, very weird, but we do have the results from said tournament. So we're going to take a peek at them today and kind of take a see, kind of get a glance at where Japan currently is at in the Pokemon Champions metagame. Howdy, fellas. You know what I love more than being in the beautiful open air with my trusty steed Mudsdale over there? I love subscribing to the Battle Room on YouTube. So if you could sub, I'd greatly appreciate it. Now enjoy these Japanese teams. So the first place team right here, they actually did, so a lot of this information is going to be hidden. I'm going to look for like as much as I can. I'll try to get you their teams if they posted it, but the first team is going to be hiding their items here. I'm not going to lie to you. There's not much to hide here. This team that won the entire thing, I think they went, a 20 win streak, which is crazy, by the way. A 20 win streak with Big Six. Now, Big Six, as you know, is probably the best team in the entire format right now. Floette, Charizard, Whimsicott, Basculegion, King Gambit, and Garchomp. Nothing has changed. This was probably one of the best teams in the game. In Regulation MA a month ago. It literally got top 4 at NAIC, did really, really well. The Japanese players are loving this team. It seems like it just gives you so many tools. But yeah, the items unfortunately are hidden, but I have a good guess on what they could be. Obviously, Floette is going to be the Floetteite. Charizard is going to be Mega Charizard Y-ite, whatever that thing's called. Whimsicott's going to be Sash. So the only interesting thing here is what item Basculegion is, right? Basculegion is going to be Mystic Water or Life Orb. Life Orb Basculegion has been picking up a lot of steam. We're going to check it out on a couple of these other teams on this list, but Life Orb Basculegion is just absolutely bonkers. I think the idea is that Mystic Water is really, really good. You're able to get KOs on Charizard in the sun. Mystic Water is strong, right? We've known that for a bit, but Life Orb just kind of does the same thing, but better. It upsets all the calcs. It is able to one-shot Charizard in the sun, even if they're really, really bulky. It just does ridiculous damage. And of course, Life Orb also boosts the power of Last Respects, which, to be fair, it doesn't need the boosted power. But still, I think there are some Pokemon that will try to live a, 1 KO Last Respects, specifically Pokemon like Sinistcha with their Kasib Berry. So now you just upset that calc completely, aren't able to get KOs that you probably shouldn't, even with Last Respects. But it just seems like a really good versatile item. It could still be Mystic Water. We're not really sure because they put a big black bar over their items. King Gambit has the option of about 3 items. It's like Chople Berry, Occa Berry, or Black Glasses. And then Garchomp can run the Life Orb as well. We've seen a little bit of that, but it's like Life Orb, Roselli Berry, or Citrus. So nothing too crazy there. That's going to be the first place team. And then the second place team is Slow. Slow is one of my favorite team builders in the entire world, and this was the team that he did share most recently with the same 6 Pokemon. Now obviously he could have made slight adjustments and changes, but this was a team that we also featured on the channel. This is one of my favorite teams in the entire game right now. I'm having so much fun playing Toxapex. It's just a blast. I'm currently ranked top 30 on Pokemon Champions in game. So, and most of my games have been with this team most recently. I think this team is very, very good, and I've just been a huge fan. I think it's a slight modification of Wolf's team, but it does really, really well, right? The Toxapex is still very, very good. Infestation Toxic is absolutely disgusting. Scarf Hydreigon is in a really, really good spot, especially when you pair it with Pokemon like Metagross and Charizard. It allows Hydreigon to really pop off and shine, specifically because those 2 Megas do threaten Floette. I'm not sure how I feel about the Hammer Arm Metagross. Iron Head Bullet Punch has felt pretty solid, but Hammer Arm's pretty crazy. It probably could be Body Press, but Hammer Arm is on the team. It's also a very defensively trained Metagross. It's like max HP and max attack, which is not something you usually see. You usually see them try to play into Mega Metagross's speed a little bit more. Garchomp is a bulky Citrus Berry set that can live Life Orb, Garchomp, Dragon Claws, and then Grimmsnarl is just Fake Out, Parting Shot, Reflect, and Foul Play. I think this team is really, really incredible, and I think that if people weren't so obsessed with all the new toys, I think Toxapex should be getting a little bit more airtime. I've really, really liked Toxapex, and I think that we should, it's kind of being slept on. I really do. But Slow showing he's one of the best builders and players getting second place in this tournament. And then we have another big 6 here, but with the items revealed. So this one is going to be Roselli Berry Garchomp, Life Orb Basculegion, and Chopoberry King Gambit, which I think are all very valid items that you can run. Like the first 3 Pokemon, their items are locked in. There's nothing really to change them in any way. The real decisions come from like your EV spreads, and specifically if you're going to go Timid Floette or Modest. I think those are the big decisions you make. Roselli Berry Garchomp has always been very good on this core. A lot of them tend to run all coverage moves so that they are able to threaten specifically enemy Whimsicots with Poison Jab. I think can be very valuable. And also the Floettes. Again, this Life Orb Basculegion that I talked about a little bit earlier, I think that those beefy wave crashes go absolutely nutty. And then the Chopo King Gambit is just to help with the enemy King Gambits, right? King Gambit is very, very good and very important into this mirror specifically. And I think bringing the King Gambit can be important. So having the Chopo Berry to survive the mirror is really valuable. The real big question too I have is always like, what moveset is Garchomp? And then is this Low Kick or Iron Head King Gambit? That's something that we obviously can't tell right now, but that is the most important, like small little minute things that do change the matchups completely, right? Like knowing if this guy has Low Kick or if he has no Protect and is opting for 4 attacks. So, but yeah, no surprise, big 6 once again. I mean, we're gonna see a lot of them. And then next up we have this absolutely, is this Staraptor team? Yeah, we got Staraptor team. So this is going to be a Staraptor team. They did give us the rental code with presumably Roost. And then we also see Fake Tears on Whimsicott as well. And then we have Parting Shot, double screens on Grimmsnarl. So this is a very cool take on Staraptor. Staraptor has not seen a lot of success in the West lately. In these online tournaments, Staraptor has been not doing the greatest, but I still think Staraptor is a pretty solid mon. It just needs to figure out where it can be best situated. And I feel like this double support set is kind of crazy, like being able to choose between Whimsicott or Grimmsnarl. It seems a little bit redundant, but at the same time, I do think that they do different things, right? Like especially having Fake Tears on Whimsicott can be very, very valuable to help enable your Staraptor in those matchups where it needs the special defense boost. But then when it doesn't need that, you can rely on Parting Shot and screens to get through the teams with this Grimmsnarl. So I think it's a very, very cool dynamic to have both support Pokemon, even though it may seem a little weird. Life Orb Garchomp is obviously very much a beast. It pairs really, really well with Staraptor as well. I think that's one of the best parts about Staraptor is being able to pair it with Earthquake Spam. And then we have Swords Dance, Black Glasses King Gambit, and set up Golden Go. So this whole team is just trying to abuse the screens and the utility that the two supports provide. So Pokemon like Golden Go can sweep with Nasty Plot, or King Gambit can sweep with Swords Dance, or Staraptor can sweep by getting, you know, Parting Shotted or Fake Tears. So it's a very cool team that I think Staraptor, you know, like it needed a very good result. And I think this is a cool take on Staraptor to try and to improve it and see how good Staraptor can be. Next up here, we do have, you guessed it, Big 6 once again. This one is actually going to be Black Glasses King Gambit, but it seems to me that Life Orb Basculegion is the way right now. It is the big trend, and it feels like it is one of the best ways to use Big 6 is to put the Life Orb onto Basculegion, because Life Orb is the big buff that every single team got. This is an item that a lot of teams will run, and so Life Orb Basculegion, sure, let's put the best item in the game on the best Pokemon. Just makes sense. Black Glasses King Gambit's really cool because it does give you those extra KOs onto Basculegion, which I also think is important in the mirror. It's so crazy because I think no matter which item you run, it's good into the mirror. It's just kind of based on how you want to play it, right? Like Black Glasses, it gives you the one shot onto Basculegion, and it can help you pick off a low HP Charizard, for example. But then Chopo Berry also helps in the mirror because it allows you to live a low kick from King Gambit, and then Aqua Berry also helps in the mirror because it allows you to live a Heat Wave from Charizard. So no matter which item you pick, it's going to be helpful. It's just really up to preference and how you play it. Then next up here, we have like the most insane team ever. I really, really like the way that this team is built because it's so evil. The whole idea here is to just trick your opponent, right? This is Flip Turn, Yawn, Rindoberry Swampert. We have Disable Gengar with dual stabs. Like just a lot of sets that you wouldn't normally see coming, right? Because if you look at this team, you're like, oh, this is just Parasong. They're just trying to Parasong me. They have Cinny, they have Blastoise, Swampert as well with Flip Turn. I mean, Swampert as well could just be an offensive piece that you do have to respect. But then hey, he's just flip turn yawn. He's just really annoying. He traps things in with Gengar, gets those guaranteed sleeps, flip turns out into something that can actually abuse the yawn sleep turns, and then just goes nuts. Archaludon is a pretty normal set. Sinistcha is also pretty normal, and then the Blastoise is actually just 3 attacks protect. It's so weird. This team is so bizarre, but every single moveset outside of like Archaludon is just gonna catch me off guard and confuse me. So a very cool team. Yeah, I mean, this is a sick little sneaky little team here. So the next team we have for you is of course Big Six. This one has the exact same decisions as the other Big Six. There's nothing really creative here. It is just one of the best teams in the game, and you'll notice that these really good Japanese players using the best team in the game are going to do really well. That team's pretty boring though, Big Six. And then we have Arcanine. I'm very curious to see what comes out of this team, because they got top 8 with Arcanine, Whimsicott, Floette, Basculegion, Staraptor, and Vivillon. Also reaching 2100 in Champions, so that's basically Champions tier. And yeah, they said they're going to consider writing an article, a build article, so hopefully they do. At a glance, I expect this main strategy to be potentially beat up shenanigans with Whimsicott paired with Arcanine, but at the same time, I really don't know. It looks like the Staraptor also could totally just be you know, a Mega Staraptor that you're trying to enable with the Whimsicott, potentially charming it or tickling it to, you know, make the damage go crazy. The Basculegion is Basculegion. He's pretty boring. And then Vivillon is there as well. Like, I do wonder how this team functions. It kind of almost breaks my brain to look at this one, because everything about it is scary. I really don't know what the sets could be. I really hope this player decides to release an article on this team, because yeah, this is nasty. I assume beat up, I assume Mega Staraptor, but I could be dead wrong. I feel like a Final Gambit Scarf Staraptor could fit this team perfectly as well. Set up those Calm Minds with Floette and just catch people off guard, because there are a lot of supportive pieces to make Floette shine as well. Vivillon, if it is Final Gambit Staraptor, that could be an option, and Arcanine with Intimidate. But at the same time, it could also be none of that. It could just be beat up Justified Arcanine and then Mega Staraptor, and then it would completely shift how I'm supposed to approach the team and think about it. So I think a really solid and cool team for best of 1. So the next team we have is this Crafty Trick Room team that I did cover on the channel as well. They did base it off of this guy's build, so we do have a actual rental code here for you. I think this team is so sick. I have such a fan of this one. It's so fun to play. I think Scrafty has excellent synergy with Ferrograph and Torkoal, being able to set up Trick Room consistently. The double Intimidate is actually very strong, but I think what also makes this team strong is, of course, Torkoal being the pivot between both modes, being able to go out of Trick Room to spam those Sun moves with Pyroar, but also to enable Venusaur as well. It's just such a really good, solid, and complete team that it makes sense to see it do as well as it does here. So there's the rental code if you want to try it out. And then next up we have Ferrograph, Pyroar, Staraptor. So this one doesn't actually have a paste or rental code of the team, but it is a, I don't know, it's kind of a weird team, because the Staraptor is definitely telling you that it is like Mega Staraptor, but it is the Final Gambit one, which I think in a best of 1, that's pretty nasty, right? Like Staraptor being able to press Final Gambit, which for those who do not know, it takes your HP and deals it back to the enemy, and you also just faint. So like, for example, Staraptor has 192 HP, so any Pokemon that it uses this move on, as long as it doesn't get hit with like Sucker Punch, it will just do 192 HP and they will just faint. So it's a really cool tech to run, especially because like leading Sucker Punch into this team doesn't feel great, because you are so threatened by Ferrograph, Pyroar, Staraptor if it's the regular Mega Staraptor. So it's such a cheeky little surprise that you can throw off, but everything else looks pretty solid. Like bulky Triple Berry, King Gambit, Life Orb, Basculegion, and Tailwind is still nasty, and then Pyroar as the solo Mega of choice here. I think this is just a lot of deceit in the team preview that makes it very scary. And then we have 16th place here, who was using Big Six, but this Big Six actually gave us all of their spreads and items, so which is very cool. But this one is actually going to be, they also have a rental code if you want to try out Big Six, which I definitely recommend. It is just one of the best teams in the game, but having access to Life Orb Garchomp is a big deal. It's not going to be the Life Orb Basculation, it is going to be Mystic Water. But you'll notice here the way everything's kind of trained is just really aggressive. Charizard is always very bulky. Then you pair that with that Garchomp, who is actually missing a point. So that's kind of crazy. But Garchomp's just trying to do as much damage as possible. Floette traditionally as well is very, very aggressive, trying to be almost close to max speed. It hits a very important speed tier, which is of course speed tying with Garchomps. So this one is just going to be max speed. Whimsicott obviously is going to be max speed, max special attack. It's just trying to deal damage. The Basculegion tries to live Sucker Punch, and then it just tries to deal as much damage as humanly possible. And then King Gambit's just as bulky as possible with a little bit of speed investment. I think 171 is actually like the best speed to hit with King Gambit. Just because it does allow you to underspeed Farigiraf and Sylveon, which is very, very nice, especially on this team. And then you'll notice that the King Gambit is also just 4 attack, which makes sense. But everything else is just pretty standard stuff for Big 6. So if you're looking for a way to use Big 6, I think this is a great start. So the next team is absolutely just straight up diabolical. This team is crazy. We got Mudsdale Toxapex. Oh, that's Big 6. We got Mudsdale Toxapex, Clefable with Fairy Feather, Bright Powder Toxapex as well. I really don't know what's going on here, like even a little bit. Toxapex, I understand, is good and is annoying. You press Infestation, you press Toxic, but I don't know. I mean, I assume the Clefable also probably has like Follow Me Life due to help kind of be stally. Mudsdale probably has like, I don't know, Iron Defense Body Press maybe, and then you just slap the 2 best megas on this team. I really don't know what's going on here even a little bit, dude. I'm thrilled with 20th place, man. There's no hints or understanding here whatsoever. This team is just a pure enigma to me. And then next up, of course, we got Big 6 once again. Life Orb, Grozelli, Chopal. This seems to be actually the more popular set, is to run both the defense berries on King Gambit and Garchomp, and then put that Life Orb onto Basculegion to try and get even more damage out of your guys. And then we have a crazy Gallade Mawile team. Holy. We have Torkoal, Venusaur, Gallade, Staraptor, Farigiraf, and Mawile. This is just very much hard Trick Room, but it does have that Venusaur option as well. Obviously, Staraptor is going to be Final Gambit to try and help set up Trick Room, because Staraptor Farigiraf is just a deadly lead. And then you get up Trick Room, and then Mawile can go absolutely nuts in Trick Room. I think Mawile is a really good Pokemon, specifically into Big 6. I think Mawile has some pretty big potential. I'm very curious to see how Mawile is going to do. Specifically in these bigger tournaments and at Worlds, because I do think like this would be the format for Mawile to succeed in. Torkoal Venusaur obviously gives you that Sun mode. I like the Sash Gallade as well. It just kind of puts a lot of like extra, it gives you a little bit of an extra guaranteed Trick Room, so I think it's kind of a cute choice, especially because people might not expect it coming. But yeah, this is very much just trying to sweep with Mawile and Torkoal in Trick Room. So that's going to be it for, we're 25th. Okay. It for that team. And then we've got this one. This one's going to be a Mega Swampert, Mega Metagross Rain team, but without the usual suspects of like Grimmsnarl, instead having Incineroar. There is no manual Rain Dance or potential parting shot switch-ins to get you that guaranteed rain, completely relying on Incin and potentially also the Sneasler as well to try and get the rain control. Sneasler with Sash is kind of neat. This is just kind of a weird take on rain, one that you're just not used to seeing, because I am so used to Grimmsnarl. It seems like Swampert, Grimmsnarl are attached at the hip, and it is kind of essential to how you're supposed to run rain right now, and it's been the most successful. But I mean, I think this was the best rain team outside of the crazy Swampert Blastoise team. This has been one of the best. This is the best rain team we've seen so far in the tournament. Obviously, there's a couple teams missing. These are just people submitting their teams. But yeah, this is kind of a cool take on it. Very, very small changes, obviously. Like Sneasler and Incineroar are still just great Pokemon. But yeah, double Mega as well. Charizard does look a little bit spooky, but they made it work. And then you guessed it, we got Big 6 once again. Let's go, dude. Big 6. You love to see it. Once again with the Roselli Berry and the Chopal Berry and the Life Orb. So that seems to be like the Big 6. Big 6 again. Shock to no one with there. Oh, this one's Black Glasses Life Orb here, and is opting for Scarf Basculation. I actually think Scarf Basculation is very cool in the mirror, because if you're able to get around the King Gambit, the Scarf Basculation can completely take over the game. It outspeeds everything on the team, obviously, if Tailwinds are matched. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of Scarf Basculation, and I think it can be very much a potential mirror breaker. And I think that can be very valuable, especially when this meta seems to be very much Big 6 oriented. Then we have a crazy Double Iron Ball Sneasler. Oh my god. This team is evil, dude. We've got Abomasnow and Canerupt as our potential Trick Room sweepers. But then we have of course have Inner Focus, or not Inner Focus, Mental Barangaroo, so we can't be taunted. But then we have Iron Ball Sneasler, so that we get to abuse Sneasler in Trick Room. That's crazy, first of all. But not only that, we also have Life Orb and Sonora. This team is leading one of the two Fake Out guys, pressing Trick Room, and just trying to sweep with one of your Megas. It's a very, very simple team, yet very effective. This team is crazy. That team is absolutely insane. What else do we have here? We've got... Oh, this one has a paste. So we've got Vanillix, Ninetales, Mega Blaziken with Mega Dragonite. So Scarf Vanillix paired with Ninetales. We got a Roar Veil on the Ninetales. Blaziken's just 3 attacks, just trying to do as much damage as possible. Chople Berry, King Gambit. Blaziken plus King Gambit is kind of like the core for Blaziken. Like Blaziken Bisharp used to be a thing, but now Blaziken King Gambit's really good just because it allows you to deter Intimidates, which is Blaziken's biggest problem. Then we have Life Orb Basculegion, and then a Thunderbolt Mega Dragonite. There is the rental code if you want to try it out. This team is crazy. This team's absurd. What a crazy double mega combination. And also to run both snow setters just to guarantee get that snow. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cute in a way to have both, because you don't need to bring both. And I think they do synergize pretty well with Blaziken, because Garchomp and stuff can be very scary for these guys. So having these snow guys is pretty cool. Then we have a hard Trick Room team here. Yep, it's gonna be a hard Trick Room with Wise Glasses. Oh, that's evil. Wise Glasses on the Swampert. Do we have a rental code here? No, we don't have a rental code, but we have all their moves. So I think this is Silk Scarf, Kangaskhan. So you have two options here. You can lead Kangaskhan or Staraptor for Trick Room. You can fake out and then start Last Resort spamming, or you can just Final Gambit, enable your Farigiraf, get that KO turn 1, have Farigiraf set up Trick Room, and then you just sweep with Mawile. Mawile is the only Mega here. And you also have King Gambit. I feel like Mawile has kind of replaced King Gambit a little bit on these hard Trick Room teams, because it does have Sucker Punch and it can close out those end games very effectively. And then Wise Glasses Swampert. So like I assume Muddy Water, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Protect. Just not something you would expect on a Swampert. That's actually crazy. What's next here? Scovillain. We got Scovillain Dragonite with Occaberry, King Gambit, and Sylveon with Citrus Berry. I don't really know what to say about this team. I think Scovillain is still positioned pretty well. He just seems kind of tricky to use and build around, but I think Scovillain is probably pretty good in this format. We just don't see a lot of him. I could see it maybe being like a setup Sylveon set. Like, maybe it's setup Sylveon. It could also be like a setup King Gambit. I'm not really sure. The items aren't telling me much. Life Orb Basculegion. Basculegion in general is just very, very good with Scovillain. Sash Sneasler makes sense. And then second Mega that's good into Charizard also makes sense with this Dragonite. Still a very strange team. Don't fully know what's going on there. And then... Oh, this one has a blog article about it. I was wondering why the second link was there. Let's see. Let's open up the blog article. Do we have to pay? Oh, it's a YouTube video. Okay. So here is the rental code if you want to use it. It is going to be that Last Resort Kangaskhan, Iron Ball Sneasler, and then that's actually just crazy. Do we get the spreads? No, they don't give us the spreads on the video, or like in the video, but obviously if you download the team, it will have them for you. Iron Ball Sneasler is hilarious. Pairs really, really well with Farigiraf. You also have this Floette. You have a good Trick Room Sweeper, and I bet you both Megas are probably min speed just to try to catch people off guard and just kind of confuse everyone with what's going on, right? Like you kind of assume like, hey, they've got two modes. We have the fast Mega mode, or we have, oh, the battle started. We have the fast Mega mode, or we have the potential like setup or slow Trick Room mode with the potential Mega Kangaskhan, but nah, it's just these two Megas, probably super bulky, ready to hit you. The next up here is gonna be a Mega Aerodactyl team with Mega Dragonite and Mega Floette. Triple Mega? Oh my god, that's crazy. crazy. You just have the best 3 Pokemon in the game and then 3 Megas that can kind of work with them. I kind of like it. You probably have Tailwind options with either Dragonite or Aerodactyl, maybe both. Probably Aerodactyl for sure. Floette is going to do really, really well with these Pokemon as well. Floette Aerodactyl is really solid. This is just kind of a crazy team. Holy, triple mega. Our first triple mega of the tournament. Then we have, you guessed it, Big 6. Is it going to be the normal Big 6? It is. Okay. Back to the Chople Berry set. Let's see what this one is. It's going to be Chople Berry Roselli with Life Orb King Gambit. Fair enough. Then we have a Floette Rain team with Floette, Wims, Life Orb, Garchomp, Scarf, Basculegion, Archaludon, and Pelipper. I think it's kind of cool. I like Pelipper with Floette personally. I think it's kind of a cool combination. The Rain mode obviously at the end is really, really powerful, but then you can also rely on the Rain mode to help Floette beat Charizard, right? Like having Floette plus Rain makes the Charizard player's life really, really miserable. I speak from experience. It's hard to balance both the weather and try and getting the damage off when they can easily just protect, switch in Pelipper at any point. It creates a really, really weird matchup, and then you have to end up switching Charizard around to regain your weather control. I think it's a pretty cool combination, and then it's just really strong Pokemon. That was Floette Rain. Now we have Scovillain Sand. Oh, this is Geo. This is an American player who lives in Japan who played in this tournament with Scarf Tyranitar, Scovillain, Staraptor, Grimmsnarl, Excadrill, and Goldengo. He's a very, very big Goldengo fan. And I feel like this team makes sense. I really like Sand plus Staraptor. I really like the combination he went for. Also, Goldengo's there to be supported by Scovillain and Grimmsnarl. It seems like this is a very good Goldengo team and also a very good Sand team. I like the Scarf Tyranitar as well because it is a closed team sheet. So Scarf Tyranitar can just outspeed and KO enemy Garchomps and just take them out with Ice Punch, right? I think it's a very, very cool tech for these type of tournaments. Excadrill as well synergizes incredibly well. Staraptor, you can just spam EQ close combat and it can be very, very annoying. I think Scovillain is also, I think he's a really cool call right now, especially with these setup Pokemon like Grimmsnarl, like Goldengo. You can really enable Goldengo further to sweep games. What is this one? We're not going to get anything here. Okay. So it looks like it's like a Psy Spam team, team, right? Like, I feel like the first 4 Pokemon, like we're gonna set up Psychic Terrain with Mousehold, with Meowstic, and then we're gonna just press Expanding Force. That's what this team looks like. The first 4 at least. I do not know what the last 2 are doing. This team is absolutely insane. Did they post anything on their Twitter? No, they only have that team. They only have it right here. Oh, I would love to see the open sheet. This looks so fun to play with, like in such a stupid way. The Sash Armarouge too, so you know he's got weak armor. He's gonna get hit by a move, get the speed boost, and hit you with 2 Expanding Force. What a beautiful team. Then we have Frostlass. Okay. We're hiding the items, but this is like one of the OG Frostlass teams. Well, actually, no. Ninetales is normally not there. Ninetales and Frostlass on the same team is kind of crazy, but I think it is a cool combination that you could run just to guarantee get that weather back up. It looks really weak to potential Charizards, but we do have Dragonite for that reason. We do have Basculegion. We can make it through the Charizards, but it does seem rather difficult. Then we have the Sun team I talked about already. Then we have Mega Banette. Ooh, we have a rental code. We have a rental code. So we have Mega Banette with a Rain Dance. Oh, this team looks nasty. This team looks nasty. It's gonna be a you have multiple Follow Me partners, and you're just trying to make Archaludon become unkillable, right? Like you have Rain, you have Scovillain, and then you also have this Rain Dance Banette to help enable both Basculegion and Archaludon. This team looks nasty. This team looks so funny. And then Sylveon's just dealing lots of damage. Oh my god. Sash Pelipper as well, which is something you don't see a lot of in the modern times, but I think it could work well. I guess Citrus Berry was available, but oh my gosh, this team looks nuts. That looks so funny. But that's a crazy pick. Then we see our first Ape team as well. We haven't seen Annihilate at all here, but it is going to be paired here with Beat Up Mousehold. You have, I like the way this composition looks, right? Like you have a ton of Pokemon to help enable Staraptor, and you also have Sunny Day support for Delphox. But then these two Follow Me Pokemon obviously work well with Ape, but they also work really well with both these Mega Pokemon, right? Like you're able to heal, beat up, not beat up, you're able to heal, Follow Me away stuff from Delphox, but then if you want to, you can beat up and Follow Me the Annihilate, but you can heal them both with this guy, and then also Staraptor loves getting healed and loves Friend Guard support. So I really like the way that we have 3 supports and 3 heavy hitters. What is next? Then we got Big 6, dare I say it. Let's see, is it? Oh, it's Akaberry Chomp. It's Akaberry King Gambit, Life Orb Chomp, Mystic Water Basket Legion this time. I'm not even gonna go through them anymore because it's just such a waste of time. Like, it's whatever. Damn, withholding items. I feel like this is like a Final Gambit bird though. It feels very Final Gambit core, but at the same time, the Whimsicott makes me think it might not be. The Staraptor's kind of a devil. Oh my god, is that Barbicle? Okay, it's Mega Barbicle. Oh my. That's some devious work. Wow. Okay, like it's clearly a hard Trick Room team. We have Final Gambit Staraptor. We have Cinny. We have Giraffe. Life Orb Cinny's crazy too. What? It's just like a Trick Room team, but then it has a Barbicle mode. I bet you just Final Gambit plus Shell Smash and just try to sweep with Cinny Barbicle. The Barbicle mode is very real, but otherwise I think it's just a hard Trick Room team where you don't even need your Mega if you're pressing Trick Room. That's crazy. Then we have a Rain Staraptor Mawile team with a rental code if you want to test it out. Nothing too crazy here. I think Rain plus Mawile is pretty cool. The Staraptor's kind of weird, but kind of neat at the same time that he's there. I think that it does get enabled by Grimmsnarl, just like Mawile can get enabled by Grimmsnarl. I feel like the theme of this team is just trying to trade with Mawile behind screens and saying, hey, you can't kill Mawile. I'm going to set up these screens and I'm just going to try to carry with either of my Megas or try to carry with Archaludon. This seems like a very cool Rain team. Then we have Staraptor again. Staraptor kind of near the bottom here. This one's going to be screens, Grimmsnarl with the Staraptor. This is just 5 good Pokemon and Staraptor, right? Like, Sylveon is a great fairy type when you don't want to use a Mega. Garchomp pairs well with Staraptor. You can spam Earthquakes, Scarf Basculegion for those end games. And then King Gambit is just still one of the best Pokemon in the game. So it just looks like a really solid team. Like, just really good guys plus Staraptor. Oh, what is this? This is Devil's work right here. This is very much just setting up and enabling this Blastoise to sweep with the Rain. We've got Follow Me, we got Fake Out, we got 2 Follow Me's, a Fake Out user, and then we have a Rain Archaludon mode if we need it as well. Okay, cool, not bad, not bad. I think we saw this team. Is this just the Iron Ball one? Yeah, this is what we saw a little bit earlier, so they must have worked together or they just stole it from each other. Okay, that's private. But this team just looks like one of those teams that are very much like, hey, we have a Trick Room mode. Usually there's a Tail Room mode element as well instead of Sneasler, but you still just have like Sylveon can function outside of the Trick Room, so can Mawile, but you have a Trick Room mode if you want it, or you just have really fast, strong Pokemon that they have to respect as well. Then we have Pyroar Gallade. Let's see what's cooking here. It's going to be Pyroar Gallade, Citrus Berry Gallade. Is it just like Sunny Day Whimsicott? It's just like kind of a offensive Tail Room team. I feel like the Gallade is actually just like there to deal damage. Like I think it's just like, hey, I wanted a fighting type. I'm putting Gallade on the team. This team's crazy as well. And then we got Big 6. Okay, I'm closing my eyes. I'm feeling after that last Akaberry, I'm gonna say it's Roselli Chomp and Chopaberry King Gambit. I'm calling it. Damn it, dude. I was kind of feeling Akka. No Life Orb at all, though. We're rocking Akka, Roselli Berry, Mystic Water. Sure. And then finally, the last team is going to be a Quailfish. Or what's his name, dude? It's not Quailfish. That guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. But we got him on a Rain team. No, with also Mega Glamora. I feel like Mega Glamora actually does kind of make sense on these Rain teams. Scarf Pelipper seems like a demon in a closed sheet. And then... yeah, just normal Archaludon Swampert stuff. I think this guy's also pretty cool with Life Orb. The Poison Dark coverage is kind of cool. He gets a lot of cool utility moves, pairs well with the Rain guys. I think he's actually a pretty decent Pokemon. But yeah, so these are all the teams that we have access to that we're able to check out for this tournament. I hope you enjoyed me breaking down these teams. If you want to look at the teams yourself, obviously the Twitter accounts might get updated. They might tweet them out. I'll link down this website down below so you can scroll through and, you know, peruse at your own leisure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.